You are working way too hard for no one to see your work. You're spending hours researching, you're stressing over the script, you're finally getting over that awkwardness on camera, hitting record, but then you post it and nothing. 10 views, maybe 50. I spent months in that exact same loop, and I want to tell you why it's happening. It's not because your content is bad, it's because you're treating your thumbnail and title like an afterthought. So today I want to talk about the moment everything shifted for me and how a few small tweaks in specificity can change the entire trajectory of your channel, just like it did mine.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying.
If I asked you why you don't spend more time on your thumbnails, you'd probably say it's because you're not a designer, or you're busy and you simply don't have time to spend another 3 hours in Canva after you spent already 2 hours filming and another 4 hours edit. And look, you know what? I hear you, because designing does feel a little bit extra. It feels like the fluff around the real work. But here's the truth. Your video is a gift, but the thumbnail and title, that's the wrapping paper. Now, if the wrapping paper looks messy or confused, no one is ever gonna wanna find out how valuable the gift inside actually is. But underneath the lack of time reason, there's actually a deeper layer, especially for professionals. Look, we're scared of looking unprofessional. We don't wanna look like that YouTuber, we don't want to use the big red arrows or the shocked faces because we're worried that our colleagues and our clients will think we've kind of lost our mind. So we play it safe. We use a generic title like My Video Marketing Tips and a random freeze frame from the video, but playing it safe is actually playing it invisible. Being specific isn't clickbait. Being clear isn't selling out. And if you notice, none of my videos really follow that formula of the shock factor and the big red arrow. I've been working on a style that represents me. It's actually the most respectful thing you can do for your audience because you're telling them exactly why this video is worth their precious time. Let's look at the data, because this is where it clicked for me. Early on, I was posting videos with broad titles, things like 30 days full-time creator or from a 9 to 5 to full-time creator. Nothing really moved with that. And to be honest, why would someone even click that title? It doesn't really tell them how this will be worth their time. But then I posted a video called The Gear I Used to Film My Social Media Content as a Solo Creator. That video didn't succeed just because the thumbnail had a better design. It succeeded because the title was unbelievably specific and the thumbnail complemented it. I wasn't talking to everybody. I was talking to a solo creator who wanted to know about gear for filming themselves. So when I stopped trying to reach everyone and started trying to help someone with a specific problem, my CTR improved. The reason most people rush their thumbnails is because they're just exhausted after filming and editing. By the time you get to design, your brain is already done, it's cooked. And this is why I built the Creators Command Center. One of the cool parts of my system is that I brainstorm the title and thumbnail first before I even hit record. Now, if you want to see the system that keeps me consistent without burnout, the link is in the description as always. So if you're struggling with low views, I want you to look at these 3 things. Number 1, the 3-second rule. Look, a viewer decides to click in less than 3 seconds. Your thumbnail shouldn't really be a puzzle. It needs to be the answer. If they can't tell what the video is at a glance, they're probably just gonna keep scrolling by. 2, contrast is king. Look, if you're like me, you might like clean and muted colors, but YouTube is a crowded room. Use high contrast, make sure that your text pops, and if your face is in it, ensure that it's well lit and very clear. You aren't designing for a gallery, we get that, but you are designing for a phone screen, a laptop screen, or even a TV screen. It needs to be captivating. Point 3, the title thumbnail loop. Look, your title shouldn't just repeat what's in the thumbnail, they should complement each other. Now, if the thumbnail shows a problem, then the title should promise a solution. Give them 2 reasons to click instead of 1. Look, I want to be honest with you. Your first 10 thumbnails, they're probably going to be pretty bad. Mine were mixed. You're going to look back on them in 6 months and be like, ew. But that's okay. Every bad thumbnail is just a data point. It's you learning what your audience responds to. The goal isn't to be a world-class graphic designer. The goal is to be a clear communicator. And the more you practice, the more you find a style that feels like you. Professional, grounded, and that's just impossible to ignore. If you've been following me for a while, you will see that I have a consistent thumbnail style. And it all started with this one video, how to film yourself using 3 camera angles, wide, medium, and close-up. The thumbnail complements that title really well because in the thumbnail, you have a wide, medium, and close-up shot. The promise is in the text on the thumbnail, which says 3 shots, master these. So by clicking in and tuning into this video, you'll expect to be able to master these shots by the end. That's why people would click. They get in the value, they understand, they don't have to guess before clicking. And this is why I think this was one of my best performing videos with over 30,000 views. Okay, so here's my challenge for you. On your next video, I want you to come up with 3 different title ideas before you even write the script. Then I want you to sketch out what the thumbnail might look like on a piece of paper. Don't wait until the end, flip the process. Start with the invitation and then build the party. Because 5 years from now, you're gonna be glad that you learned how to get people through the door. Can you live with not knowing how many people you could have helped if only they would have clicked? All right, let me know in the comments, what's the biggest struggle that you have with your thumbnails? Is it the design? Is it the titles? Or just finding the time? I'll read and reply to every single one. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to join our growing community by hitting that like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you. I said I will see you in the next one. Peace and love every single time. Dennis.